G'day, Rudy here. So this one's all about my favourite metal, silver. Why is it my favourite? Because it has industrial use and solar panels and whatnot. But more importantly, it's money, like gold. And she's temperamental. When she gets going, she goes. So it was a big night on Friday. So let's just look at. So we're looking at the monthly chart. So 1980, $50, and 2011, $50. You can see here, back then that was the resistance level at 43. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. You think that's going to break 43? I think it is. And when she does, once this thing gets past $50, she's going to the moon. So what are some things that are driving it? This is the US one-year government bond yields. So as you heard, Fed lowered rates. If this drops, so we're heading into stagflation. The Fed doesn't care about inflation anymore. They're just going to keep dropping interest rates. So it's going to cause inflation, low unemployment, AI, low growth. That's stagflation, and silver loves it. So there's a pretty good chance that's going to break down. And the inflation part comes from this thing here, the US 30 over 10 year. So when this is going, so basically it means long-term rates. So what's happening is short-term rates are going down and long-term rates are going up. That's because the Fed can only control short-term rates. The market buys the long-term rates. So this going up signals inflation and stagflation, as I went through. The other important thing is this is the dollar. The combination of currencies, US dollar. Now, usually when dollar goes up, silver gets smacked, and I mean smacked. And you can see the silver price. So you see when the dollar started going up before. That's when this happened. Silver got smacked. So it's gone up against a rising US dollar. So there's something going on in the system. And as I said last video, I think we were down here. Silver looked like it was going to... This is the silver to gold ratio. So when it's going up, means silver is outperforming gold. I think the last time I did the video was a red candle down here. And I was hoping... You shouldn't hope for a bounce, and so it is. So this is confirming silver is going to start outperforming gold now, and it's got a long way to catch up. So I reckon it needs to get back up here. So that's a lot. So gold can stay where it is, and silver will just go up. If gold goes up, it's just a bonus, and gold does look like it's going to go up too. So. To those holding silver, well done. To those that don't, it's not too late. This is silver in Aussie dollars. Beautiful. One of the first, that along with the miners, was the first ETF I said to buy. I'll do the complementary benchmarking. So silver against the king, MVR. So that's not a problem. So ETP MAG, that's the ETF to get access to the physical silver. So that's where she was. Okay, so some good news. So this is a company. So this is new to the silver vid. So Dundee Precious Metals, they bought Adriatic. Adriatic was a silver producer on the ASX. Now this thing's a beast. It's basically they got multiple mines in Bulgaria, Bosnia, like 400,000 ounces of gold produced, and with Adriatic 2 million ounces of silver. So it'll basically make them a 30% silver revenue stock, which in silver stock terms, that's a silver stock, because you don't have many companies that just mine pure silver. So it is now on the ASX. Now I know that looks like that's scary. I'll just go to a daily chart. Oops, where's my notes? So I know that looks really scary, but the thing is, it's so this Dundee trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Okay, so it's like it closed on Friday at $30.54. Now this is on the ASX, so it's just a replica of it. They did it because Adriatic was on the ASX. So this price on the ASX, you got to take the Dundee price on Toronto, which is $30.54, and multiply it by the Canadian Aussie dollar exchange rate. So that's $33.44. So it's now $32.51. It'll probably jump on Monday, or if it doesn't, buy it. But if you're not going to buy Silj, this is as good as you're going to get, because this company will probably be included in Silj at some stage, because as I said, up to 40% production of silver is a silver stock. Okay, alright, so on to our local lads. Bit disappointing, the old Manuka. So yeah, they're going to start silver production next year, and they're currently producing gold. There's something going wrong. So yeah, well, if you're in it, just hold it. I mean, that silver price is going to give it a kick. Alright, so we've got the lead price just consolidating there. The zinc price, it's broken out, so doing some consolidation. The reason we look at that, because of poly. So poly's a silver, lead, zinc. Just started producing. So that's done a nice breakout. Probably still will go. Nice candle, consolidating at the highs last week. Andean, so we're now getting into developers, so these guys aren't producing, but Andean's was my choice. They're the closest to production. Chile, so that looks ready to rip too, consolidating at the highs. This is a new one given to me. Well, yeah, Speckled Jim advised me of this. Broken Hill Mines used to be one of the world's it was one of the world's richest silver, lead, zinc deposits, discovered back in the 1880s. So it's an existing mine, which they basically gonna get going again. So it'll probably take him a couple of years, but I don't know, that price action looks pretty good. So put that on your list if you're looking. Okay, Boab. So they're 2027 start. So this is what this is what silver stocks can do. So that's ripping, isn't it? Look at it, well done. I know there's a few subs in Boab. MMA. So these guys are in suspension. I think they're going to come out with their resource or their plan silver. Yeah, so we need to wait what it is. They've also got an environmental app mode here. But anyway, they look good. They've broken out of all this congestion. So just wait and see. Silver mines. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not Australia. Bloody, don't let any mines go. This thing should be ripping, but it's not, because nobody knows when they're going to get their approvals to mine. Open pit mine. Beautiful. This one still surprises me. I don't know why it's not ripping like Boab. All these drill hits. 858 grams per tonne. 1,600. Should be ripping. Technically, from a chart point, that's at support. So it should. $50. I don't know. LU7. So this is this mob that it's got technology that can get the silver out of solar panels. A bit speculative, but anyway, it's in silver. Okay, so now we've got some explorers. So these guys in Sweden, I reckon they've got 200 million ounces at 1,244 grams per tonne. So that was a buy back here. That's going to rip. That's going to rip next week. Ardent. So they're near the Newmont's mine. So that's squeezy. I don't think it's going to go down. ILT. So they've got a silver indium project, Queensland. That looks like it wants to go too. Okay, investigators woken up. So this is one of Don Durant, likes this one. Don knows his mines. So it's a bit of action there. The old Legacy has kicked out of the range rectangle here. So that looks like it wants to go. Mithril. So they got a 50% interest in a gold silver project in Mexico. Sierra Madre, it's a nice silver place. So that looks nice. That's support here. So I think a lot of these stocks are gonna. Okay, this Rapid Critical Minerals. So they've just bought this silver project, Conrad Webb silver project in New South Wales. Bloody terrible. But if we look at daily, so the daily looks like it's woken up. So for punters, it looks like a good one. Sun Silver. Only it's a good project, this one. So it should be ripping. It's the cheapest, like, market cap to resource. Tony John gives it a tick because the guy running it knows what he's doing. So I think once it clears the magic round number $1, it'll go. So that's not a punt, that one. That's probably more. Well, it's a punt, but a decent punt. Okay, Unico, so it's making the right moves. So that should be good. Alright, on to my girl, Silj. I mean, just look at that. Okay, so target price for the girl is up here, $32. Not tomorrow, but over the next few years she'll get there with that silver price. You'll be amazed at how quick this thing's going to rip now. So we were first talking about this at $12.21. Like if we look at the stocks underneath it, so we've got Coeur. So we're on monthly chart here. So they had 20 million ounces of silver. Look, that's silver. First Majestic. So 4 producing mines in Mexico. That hasn't even started. Hecla. 16 million ounces of silver produced. That hasn't taken out the highs yet. Endeavour, another silver producer, hasn't ripped yet. So all this is sitting behind Silj, royalty company, OR, Fortuna Mining. So you can see here this one's is 90% gold, 10% silver, but it's in Silj because you don't get many pure silver mines. And then there's if you do hold Silj, there's one, I don't know why, but this Pan America is not included in it, but it's the biggest silver producer, so I don't know why. So if you're holding Silj, you probably need to hold Pan America. So if you're holding Silj, get yourself some PAS, and if you're holding PAS, then this is my my little so New Pacific Metals. They're in development phase, but they're targeting to get as much production as PAS. So these guys could be a huge silver producer, and they're basically a pure silver producer. So you get yourself some of that. Alright, and then just to finish off with, we do Silj over the silver price. So it's now starting to outperform. So if the silver price goes up more, Silj is going to go out more. Silj over GDXJ. So that's the gold miners index, gold miners ETF over in America. I reckon it's going to start outperforming that. Silj over the King, MVR. Not a problem. And then to finish it off, a bit of Silj over Bitcoin. So forget about Bitcoin, get yourself some CJ. Alright, that's the silver wrap. Let us know your thoughts. Interested. See ya.